Monday. This should be a 3-day weekend for most of you, being the fact Labor Day is tomorrow. It's always a good thing, right? Well, let's go ahead and move right on into the story today. Pearl necklaces. The people that are purchasing jewelry made from human semen, human sperm jewelry. Kid you not. Made by Ann Booth. This has gone viral, and surprisingly, it's actually been a huge hit. Um, it's everywhere. Just before we get started, before we start digging in, don't forget that you can listen to Leak You on all streaming platforms. We're also currently on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music. So subscribe today, and we are pretty much dropping a podcast daily, pretty much dropping one every day. So um, we'll see you, over there. And if you want to, I'll actually put a link in the chat. You can hit my Anchor channel, right? And that will help you navigate also to listen to my podcast. You want to start your podcasting journey? There you go. But let's get back to this now. So, an article came out. Let me show you the article. This is Vice, right? Vice, Tech by Vice, Motherboard, also known as Motherboard, pretty popular website for people that are interested in technology, that sort of a thing. But on top of that, this lady, I believe her name is Amanda Booth. It's really mainly her TikTok that has gone viral. Let me tell you. Like just Google human sperm jewelry. Just Google Ann Booth, right? It's like jewelry by Ann Booth, man. Let me tell you. And it's made from semen. And there's a lot of people that really like this stuff. And Amanda Booth is a jeweler and a sculptor, right? Here, let me uh, do something really quick here. And there's a couple of videos that come from her social media, right? And we're gonna check those out. But Amanda is a jeweler and a sculptor, and she essentially makes what people call jizz jewelry. um, this was a quote on the motherboard page on Vice. Quote: "Fresh samples are one thing, but when they've been in the mail for a little bit, I mean, it smells like semen. You know what I mean? Clients who commission jizzy jewelry and they send samples of their sperm, of their cum to her workshop to be dehydrated, powdered, and incorporated into wearable clay beads or trinkets. Amanda processes these at the end of the day. Otherwise, she says she'll be sitting in the horrible smell all day. And she said, quote, "We did it in the morning one day and it was just like, no, I'm never doing that again." Now, she started her jewelry business back in 2021. She makes wearable sculptures and trinkets out of people's bodily fluids and ashes, including breast milk, cremated remains of loved ones or pets, fur, and locks of hair. Now, after someone commented on one of her TikTok videos asking if she'd ever considered incorporating man juices, Amanda Booth made a half joking Facebook post about Jizzy jewelry and started receiving serious orders for it. She tested this process with her husband, Jesse Mullen, to figure out how much cum would be needed to work into a sculpture. At least a teaspoon of liquid makes for the right clay to cum ratio. She determined, but more is better. And whether that polymer clay would hold up to oven baking, she says that it turned out fantastic. She posted a TikTok video about her first jizzy piece last month, and that video has went viral. People have been blowing up her DMs since then. This is the video that she did.
So I put up a half-assed joke post on Facebook because a long time ago, somebody commented on one of my TikToks asking me if I'd ever incorporated man juices into a piece before. My team thought it was hilarious. They came up with the term jizzy jewelry. Anyways, so apparently it's something that people want, and it is something that people have now ordered. So I am testing a sample that my husband lovingly provided. And I'm going to make myself a few jizzy jewelry pieces to see how it works, how it bakes, and how it holds up, since I have a few samples already on the way from purchase pieces. So I did two separate ones. I did one with just the powder. And then the second one, I added a little bit of mica powder just to make it a little iridescent. I made a bead that I'm going to make a ring for myself. I made some beads for a bracelet because I want to try new wire wrapping. And then I'm making myself a pendant as well. I also made myself a little pearl. So stay tuned, I guess.
Wow. Let's go to her profile. Let's go check out her profile. And this is on TikTok, of course. I need to be more active on TikTok. I think I've posted a couple of videos. I like the fact that you can post to other apps from TikTok. It looks like Amanda, she is really growing. Look at this. 190,000 followers, 5.9 million likes. Wow. Hold on, check her out.
Good morning, my lovelies. The last couple of days have been an absolute whirlwind as my face has been all over the TV and all over the world because of jizzy jewelry. Usually for these types of requests, I actually do one-on-one consults via messenger or email. But because of how many people have reached out, I decided to streamline things a little bit by adding my most popular designs on the website. We accept female or male juices. This one's actually my favorite. It's the splooge. Once you place your order, I will email you the shipping details for you to get your samples to me. Yes, everybody has to provide their own samples. But as always, because I'm a clay artist, I literally can do anything you want with your jizz. So you're still more than welcome to shoot me a message to customize it. Just head over to trinketsbyamandabooth.com. Good morning, my lovelies.
Go ahead then, girl. So, for a lot of Amanda Booth's customers, it's a kink thing. One of her clients, who asked to remain anonymous, said that she and her long term partner are loosely part of the BDSM community and have bracelets that act as collars or pieces of jewelry that typically symbolize a consensual possessive relationship. After researching further into the Jizzy Jewelry shop, we both thought it would be the ultimate you are mine type collar. It would be our little secret and inside joke. Um, Interesting, right? Another client said that her and her husband commissioned a simple pearl pendant because they wanted something that symbolized the dominant and submissive aspect of their relationship. They said that collecting the sample was the trickiest part. Um, yeah. This is how they did it, though. Quote, we ended up opting to have my husband use a condom and then cut the end off of the condom to deposit the sample in a specimen tube. We then sealed the tube with electrical tape around the cap and vacuum sealed it before placing it in a padded envelope to be mailed. Another one of Booth's clients says that her partner loves to say things like, "You're going to be wearing my nut on your finger," and they're in your DMs, but that's my nut on her hand. Oh, It's hilarious to me. Hilarious. So sample collection apparently is the standout experience of the process. People say that, getting the sample into the jar is a difficult task. Some have had to have sex at least twice and at least, two additional solo masturbations to at least have enough sample to ship out. It might have been more than what Amanda needed, but they wanted to make sure that she had enough to work with. So, another client, yeah, you hear me? Just another client. Listen to this. Another client named Jenna Schatzman said that she's currently pregnant and her partner is always down for anything. So, when she suggested turning his semen into a ring, he said, sure. He was immediately intrigued and thought that it would be such a fun way to have something I could wear that is almost as a reminder of our love and sex life before the baby came, and also to remind us what got us here in the first place. She also said that my partner loves to say things like, you're going to be wearing my nut on your finger, right? He thinks it's the coolest and sexiest thing I've done besides carrying his child. Romance. And Vice also included a second video here. You can see the caption. When you have a bunch of jizzy samples sitting in the fridge waiting to be processed into powder for jewelry making.
Shit. Shit. Shit.
Wow, man, you talk about capitalism, baby. Capitalism. So, for Kaylin McLaughlin, wearing her partner's cum in a ring and necklace form represents the opposite. She had polycystic ovary syndrome, which can cause infertility. And she said she wasn't sure what exactly drove her to wanting the jizzy jewelry other than having her other half with her always. But she said they haven't done the quote, coming into a male safe container, end quote, step of the commission yet. She says she's pretty sure her other half thought she was joking until she told him that she actually paid for the piece. His response was, what now? I got to masturbate into a cup? She said he was a pretty good sport, though. It is legal to mail semen, even internationally. Amanda Booth is based in Canada, and most of her clients are in the United States. She only asks that people seal the stuff up in a container that won't spill and double bag it just in case. Bree Horton, who ordered a ring and necklace to keep a part of her husband with her all the time. And because it would be funny to tell people that he had given her a pearl necklace, said that everything was simple enough until they got to the collection. See, that's that collection piece that's the most difficult part of this. But she said that, the poor guy, her husband, her mate, was so nervous because he's never jizzed in a cup. So she got the process going. And after that, he got it done. It's come easy, though. The coming into a container process has come a lot easier to others. There's some who have it down. There's one individual named Charisma who ordered a bass fish sculpture with her husband's father's ashes, a piece incorporating breast milk, and a thumb ring and bracelet with her husband's cum from Amanda Booth. And Amanda Booth said that, quote, I can tell you we have a lot of sex already, but when you are trying to make your significant other put sperm into something so you can send it off to be sculpted, that's a whole other level of sex and intimacy. You know how when you're trying to have a baby, you guys are screwing like you've got a point to prove. You're on a mission. That's kind of how I felt. We're always looking for new and exciting things to add to our sex life, and this was our new experiment. Despite though the apparent demand, semen jewelry is still a fairly niche trend among memorial keepsake jewelers. Um, Victoria Rudkin of Cumbria Life Casting, who takes Semen jewelry commissions, does it as part of a lineup, her lineup. She has a shop and has offered Semen jewelry since launching 4 years ago. She says that it's a very niche part of her business. She gets a lot of negative feedback about it, which is saddening. Um, but she says that there's reasons behind Semen jewelry that are all usually quite emotional. you know, shout out to Vice for this article, right? Um, wait, who is the author on this? Samantha Cole. Shout out to Samantha Cole on this piece here. So the writer goes on to say, Cum has captured people's imaginations for hundreds of thousands of years. Some credit it for superhuman powers, even today, and factions of the semen obsessed guard its perceived purity with blind fervor. At least one person out there claims to be so into it that they snort it. Maybe future historians will study this moment in time when we started tokenizing semen into talismans and amulets, and in their hindsight ascribe some deeper meaning to this growing trend. But for the people anxiously waiting for their semen to come back in the mail in literal pearl necklace form, the desire seems simple enough. Nothing says commitment and love like literally carrying their love with you. So, heck, to the yes, if I had an opportunity to have jewelry made out of this sperm, Krishna, one of the clients we were talking about earlier, said that they were 100% going to take that opportunity. What do you guys think? Would you buy a piece of human sperm jewelry? Wow. Interesting, right? I thought it was real interesting what she said about the smell, like the older, the older milled samples, smell.
Good morning, my lovelies. The last couple of days have been an absolute whirlwind as my face has been all over the TV and all over the world because of Jizzy jewelry. Usually for these types of requests, I actually do one-on-one consults via Messenger or email. But because of how many people have reached out, I decided to streamline things a little bit by adding my most popular designs on the website. We accept female or male juices. This one's actually my favorite. It's the splooge. Once you place your order, I will email you the shipping details for you to get your samples to me. Yes, everybody has to provide their own samples. But as always,
listen, she's doing what she's got to do, right? Upcoming next, I am going to be doing a story that I think we should discuss. Anne Hesh. There's a crazy trend going on. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't, on social media, in which some are asking, is Anne Hesh a zombie? Was Anne Hesh a zombie of some type? Being the fact that she popped up as she was going into the ambulance, it looked like, the firefighters had really rolled her up, right, in the blanket, and she just popped up. I know it sounds strange, but it is something that I am noticing on social media, and we are going to talk about it. So we will be back on this channel. Make sure you have your notifications. You got the bell on. Also, don't forget that we are on all streaming platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music. So check out the anchor.fm link today if you'd like, or just search me up on any of those platforms. Again, we are pretty much dropping a podcast daily. So yeah, there's a lot of craziness going on and still with the whole Anne Hetch story, and I'd like to revisit it again. So we will be doing that. Shout out to the Leak U community and shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you guys. Third Eye, what's up? Third Eye says, "What kind of merch are you going to do?" Well, I have some ideas for sure. I am currently actually working on that as we speak. More so on the Leak U side, but definitely will incorporate some Interloper Nation merch. But I'm working on it, working on getting a video tapped out, and getting all my designs finished up because we have been absolutely killing it with the graphics. So we are the logo will just continue to grow in time. Heck, during Christmas time, I'll probably put some Santa hats, on it or whatever. But um, I'm we definitely have some merch coming. So anyway, guys, thanks to everybody who came through. I appreciate you guys. Until next time. By the way, link to the is Anne Heche's zombie video in the live chat. See y'all soon.